In this edition of Why Men Aren't Approaching Women Anymore, you're going to see examples, case studies, and downright stupid logic that gives men all the ammo they need to continue ignoring women and walking away from dating. Let's get into it.
My slogan, my motto has become SPARK. And the SPARK is this idea that we go after the all-encompassing initial chemistry, the fireworks, but the spark often leads to relationships that burn out. Instead, you should go after the slow burn, the person who's not initially as exciting, the secure person who would make a great long-term partner. How do you do that? You need a new barometer. So with the post-date 8, you ask yourself these questions after a date, and then you see, am I interested in them? Is my interest trending upwards after each date? And it's a way of training your brain away from the initial chemistry, maybe the anxious avoidant loop, to a new way of dating.
Glad somebody said it, because these modern women are out here still looking for a man to have a spark with when there's men all around her that then built entire fires. 2, 3, 4, 5 know how to do it, but still messing around with that guy. Oh, I'm just trying to create a spark with him. Go sit your silly behind down.
I am asking your man how many sets he has left. I'm not asking him if he wants to go to Pound Town in my back seat after we're both done working out. Please, start being more secure in yourselves and in your partner before you start getting into these relationships. Thank you.
And when I tell you everyone is out in pairs, it's 2 or more. It's never 1. And I am just wondering, single people, where are you guys? Like, I just had dinner by myself and was literally the only single person there. Like, single party. You guys, I hope you guys are not staying home. Like, I hope you guys are, like, living life, because I need you guys out here.
You know what's insane is that I thought my last heartbreak, the one I had before this one, I thought that was like the zinger. I thought that was going to be the one that really, really hurt. And I was wrong. It was actually, because I was with him a really long time, it's actually this one. This one hurts so bad. I'm literally fighting every single day not to just, and, at my big age, I guess that's maybe why it hurts more, because I thought this was the one. But shout out to God for always keeping me on my toes. Now I'm heartbroken and old. So that's awesome.
Women can do anything that men can do. Prove me wrong.
Wow. Wow. Very, very, very accurate.
You see that, ladies? You see that? He was very mindful, very demure. Did you see that? Very mindful.
And there's a lot of modern women that don't know how to do exactly this, even though men beg and plead for decades for somebody at some point in time to just be quiet for 2 seconds.
Okay, so me and my friend, a platonic homeboy, we went somewhere last night and we had to get out the car like 3 times. Okay. And he didn't open my door not a single time. So I let it go by a couple times, and then I said, "Oh, now that's your 3rd time not opening my door." And he was like, "Well, I feel like that's romantic." And I said, "Wait, wait, this is a common courtesy. Okay? I know we just boys, okay? I know we just boys, but I am still. Okay, treat me like a lady. Disregard the mustache and the whiskers down here, okay? I am very much still a feminine woman. Open my door. Open my door. Am I tripping?"
A lot of men don't realize, and women will vouch for me, we don't actually say what we mean. We say what we feel. Mic drop.
That's a very difficult thing for a lot of guys to comprehend, because we hear what you say and then we think that's what you mean. because men speak and think in terms of logic. And if you say something, we assume that's probably what you mean. But what you're saying is that often you might say something that you feel which isn't actually what you mean.
Yes.
No men realize this. They're just saying, we're not dealing with it anymore. You either open your mouth like a big girl and communicate effectively like you're asking a man to do, or you're going to get ignored and not approached.
Back from the date. I don't think there will be a second one. We had a fine time talking, and he's nice. As we were leaving, started raining, got to his car. Bye. Not even an offer for a ride, even though it was like 4 a.m. He kind of said, like, we should hang out again, but I don't want any of these nonchalant men. About 2-ish hours total. And it was definitely fun to, like, talk about music and things like that, like the things that we have in common. I think that's about it. So, friends. Definitely friends.
Literally left out in the rain. That's how much that man was unbothered by her safety. That's cold-blooded, man. I'd at least ask her something.
It's so sunny. Imagine being a sad on a sunny day. This crazy. My boyfriend and I broke up. And I'm not even crying because I'm sad. I'm crying because he's right. Like, I'm crying because, like, I don't even know if I can be in a relationship for real. I don't be out here, like, having feelings. I just be doing because it's really hard for me to like people. I don't even like men. I don't even know why I can date one. That's why I'm crying, because I knew it. I'm gay.
Well, at least you can take accountability and have some sort of self-awareness and move on with your life.
You know, everyone says you've gone through so much, you've done so much. You're so strong, you know, you're so strong. Just be stronger. It's gonna make you stronger, but what if I don't want to be stronger? What if I just want to be happy? Don't get me wrong, I mean, I am happy and I'm still finding myself here, picking myself up from the ground, going through all this, and just trying to heal. Still trying to become better. Look, I understand, I know that I will look back at this time and I will laugh at it and I'll be like, oh my gosh, you know, that was nothing. But I cannot tell you the amount of times I've been there, and I don't like who decides that I can just bear it all, that I can go through it all. Like, what if I just really, really don't want to? Like, I'm analyzing, I'm trying my best to figure out all the lessons, you know, and it's just like, here we are again. I'm just tired of picking myself up. That's all it is. Anyways, I'm so sorry for this rant, but I do find that sometimes it makes me feel better that I'm not the only one going through, so maybe it's gonna help someone just feel better. You're not the only one. I guess we're the soldiers, I don't know.
The Strong Independent Women Committee decides. The Modern Society Agenda decides. You didn't want it. You didn't know that you didn't want it. But now you do because they told you you did. And now because you don't want it, it doesn't matter. You're already in it and you've ruined a lot of chances. And so now, because there is a sunken cost theory, you have no choice but to fight through it. But there is hope. You can just throw that trash that you heard away, turn back, and maybe you'll find a husband, a man, and live a good life.
Maybe this is a hot take, I don't know, but my boyfriend is to not be your friend.
Ooh,
ooh, she's toxic, ooh. No, it's called respect. My boyfriend is really good about that because he feels the same way. But there are some people who I see will like be snapping their friend's boyfriend or like FaceTiming him or trying to hang out or just like confiding in them. And like, that's weird. It's not even the lack of trust, like truly. It's just like the thought of what makes you feel so comfortable. If y'all were friends when he was single, that's okay. But now that he has a relationship, you kind of need to step back. I hate to say it, but there are not a lot of actual boy and girl friendships where either the guy doesn't want to sleep with the girl or the girl doesn't like find him attractive. There are not a lot of those. And it's like, if you know a guy is dating someone, what would make you feel like, let me snap him, let me follow him on Instagram? It smells like pick me. Maybe that's a hot take. Call me insecure, call me toxic, nah. But it's respect. So stay away.
One thing that frustrates me so much about modern dating is when women set their height filters for 6 feet or higher. I know in the US, 86% of men are under 6 foot. So when you set your height filter at 6 feet or taller, you are only now seeing 14% of men. Dating like a scientist, you might say, I'm going to expand my filters. I'm going to date men of any height or set whatever minimum height you want, and then see, can I be attracted to someone shorter? The height of the guy isn't going to predict your relationship success.
How did you know he was the one? So he actually tried to make a pass at me like for a year and a half, and I was like, not my type. And I had a dream that I was getting married and it was him. Randomly, I texted him one day after not texting him for like a whole year and a half. It just started like that. What would you say your typical type is? I used to like Islander guys. I like that whole look. I mean, you just have to be a nice person, had to be respectful. But yeah, I was really immature, so I think I focused on the wrong things at that time. So what about him helped you change what your type was? I don't think it helped me change my type. I think I just started to look for quality traits, because you can have a really handsome guy and then he can be a total jerk.
For you, how did you not give up? Like, what kept you persevering and wanting to pursue her even after that year?
I patiently waited. I knew that was my wife, so there was no giving up. You know, like she said, sometimes it's immaturity that makes people make certain decisions. There's things to look for other than 6-pack and tall and 6 feet. And there's more to life than that. When all of that fades, what else do you have?
Really, honestly, and truly, I know what most men are going to say, but shout out and kudos to this man for allowing this woman to simmer in her foolishness and tell her to her face, you messing around. Stop that stupidity and get over here so we can build a life together. And kudos and props to her for listening.
Let me let you know something, okay? If we ever hang out for the first time or we on a first date and afterwards I let you hit and it was ball down there, baby, I did the choosing, okay? You didn't hit this, baby, I hit that, okay? Because I already knew before this date there was a possibility I was going to give you some, okay? All you had to do was play your cards right, okay? I got her prepared and ready, okay? She came on this date ready for whatever happens. Now, if we go on the first date and it's looking like Chewbacca down there and I let you okay, claw your way through that to part my legs like the Red Sea, baby, you hit this, okay? That is when you can absolutely tell everybody, yeah, I hit that, because baby, you chose me, okay? Because before that date, I left it hairy to make sure these legs didn't part like the Red Sea, and somehow you unlocked the magic key. Whatever you did, I say, oh, he deserves to get a little blessing, bless him a little, okay? That is when you are allowed to say, I hit that. Other than that, baby, I did the choosing, okay? I chose you. You ain't come choose me, okay?
It's a coping mechanism and an attempt to keep control over a situation that you gave control away to somebody else.
Guys mostly want to hang with their boys. Men, when they think of fun, they do not think of their girl. They only think of their male friend or...
I got some truth.
So what does it take
That's
for
true.
it to be a girl to be fun? Like, I want to take her to everything.
That was a good rebuttal. Yeah, just start making us do whenever y'all around us. General.
Who else will we get?
Exactly. No, I'm not saying I have a problem with it, but don't you see the perspective of, you asked why?
Who else would we ask? Why is it?
No, just listen real quick.
Okay.
You asked why we rather chill with our, because we get to
be ourselves.
We get to be chill and lazy.
It's easier. Yeah, you get to not do.
Yes.
Duh.
Yeah.
Do that with him, and then when you get home, get on your shit, do your thing.
But the world would be a better place if when we chilled with shorties, we could chill out.
Y'all don't know how to stop chilling sometimes. Y'all don't know how to stop chilling. That's the problem.
You gotta get back into
We
the
gotta
workforce.
be like, Mom.
That's right.
Mom give you a few nights not to take the garbage out and start wilding. They never take the garbage out again until Mom asks. And then she gotta yell. And then she gotta not give you that again, that freedom again to not. Now it's like, I gotta stay on your ass for you to listen. Y'all are hard-headed. That's what we gotta do with.
She's still not getting it. These men are saying, you're making our point for us. And that's why we don't want to be at the house. Well, you must be this, and you must like that, and you must swing this way. It don't matter what way I swing, twist, and turn. I'm not going to hear it because me and my friend are going to be over at his house having fun away from all of the nagging and motherly figure duties from our girls. Stop it.
Let's stay together. I'm so in love with you. Whatever you want to do.
And I'm glad that she realized that, and hopefully her marriage is still prospering. It's not to say that you can't give recommendations or suggestions to him and he won't take it, but you trying to run the household, his business, and parent how he parents is definitely not going to work out in the long run.
Why can't men treat women like ladies if they dress super sexy?
I don't want to say the first thing that came to my mind.
Please say the first thing that comes to your mind. Say the thing.
If you dress like a hoe, I'm going to treat you like a hoe. If you dress like the UPS man, I expect you to deliver the mail. You dress for the occupation that you have. And if you want to be scantily clad, that's fine. It just warrants more attention than respect. So the question is, what is the end result that you want? And I'll tell you this right now. I don't care what anybody says. I have a lot of high value, high earning, masculine men in my life. Multimillionaires, single, happy, know who they are, certain, in purpose, on purpose. Some of them are married. Some of them have girlfriends. I have the whole spectrum, right? Genuine friendships with these people. Some are mentors. I will tell you right now, the less clothing that a woman has on is the higher chance of disqualification for a high value, high earning, masculine man for the long term. Now they'll take you for the night.
Yeah, for sure.
They'll take you for a couple weeks, maybe a month. You might get a trip. And if that's all you want, then that's great. But if you actually want to be loved and valued by this type of man, you can't dress. You just can't. You don't get to do certain things. You just don't. You don't.
Do you feel like that's a sense of control?
No.
I don't.
I feel like it's a sense of respect. It goes back to exclusivity. If everybody can see it, what is special about it? In this day and age, people are walking outside with lingerie on and Air Maxes on. Now, don't get me wrong. I love a good sexy number. Okay, I do. I love a good like, ooh
la la.
I am feeling myself. I'm a cleavage girl, you know, but you can't do both.
The cleavage be cleavage.
It be out, you know, but you got to choose. You can't have legs out and chest out and midriff out. I mean, you can, but you're disqualifying yourself from really attracting and calling in a high value masculine man. They don't want that. It's too easy. I mean, they'll take it. Don't get me wrong, but they won't keep it.
I agree.
Kenny, I got to ask you, because you're a man. What's your answer? Why won't a man treat you like a lady if you dress overly sexy?
I would respect the woman. Like, she's still a woman. She still dress how she wants to dress, whether it's super business casual or she's like sexy, raunchy, right? There's still a level of respect. If we're talking about let's take things seriously, yeah, it's gonna be very different.
Ain't no way.
No way. Because it's like you're giving yourself out visually to the whole world and you're expecting me to feel exclusive about it. That's not the case.
It's a harsh reality and it sounds harsh to say, but I hope a lot of these modern women hear what men have been telling them for a long, long time. You can't go out there, do whatever you want, be with whoever you want as many times as you want, and then still expect a man to respect you when you didn't even respect yourself. I gotta go. Y'all be good. To the next video, I'm out.